Hi there, Fred FR5ED with a silent 5 here with a beer review. It's been a little while since I've done one, and there probably won't be too many more beer reviews done from this residence, this location. We do have a contract on our house. It looks like things are going to go through. Today happens to be July 16th. 2014, and we are due to close and be out of here on September 2nd. So we'll see how that goes. So we are looking quickly for other houses. Bottom line is that at some point here in the next couple of months, when we get moved and I get back into a beer review here and there, it will be with a different background for one thing. I know it changes when I do one at a pub or a brew place or am traveling or whatever, you'll see different backdrops. But for the most part, lately you've gotten used to seeing these digs. So anyway, that'll change. Now, let's get to the subject. I am reviewing a very exciting double IPA today. I had this on my birthday actually it was the day after my birthday, back on June 11. Birthday was on the 10th, turned 60. And I was at Redlight Redlight on June 11th for another occasion. They had Funky Buddha night. Funky Buddha is a brewery here in Florida, Southeast Florida, Fort Lauderdale area, and they have some wonderful brews, and they brought them there. And I went there specifically to have their hop gun, which I have reviewed. You can see it on the site here, and from a couple of years ago at least. And anyway, they happen to have Hopzilla. Terrapin Hopzilla double IPA, it's a special side project, had it on tap. So after the hop gun from Funky Buddha, I ended up having a draft of that, and it was so good, so good. I didn't do a review right there. I don't think. I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think I did. But they do have it in 4-packs at the local purveyor here, ABC. It's very expensive to me. 4-pack was $12.99. That's like $3.25 a beer if I did the math right, and that's a bit. But I did want to go ahead and do a review of it, and I thought, well, I'm not just going to buy one, so I went ahead and got the 4-pack. So this is the first of the 4-pack, and it's been warming up here for the last 15 minutes. And before I open it, let me just tell you a little bit about it here. First of all, in Rate Beer, it rates a 98 overall and a 93 in style, and that's after 301 ratings. I'll read a commercial description from there in a moment. Over on Beer Advocate, it rates a 90, which is outstanding. That's after 790 ratings, and the brothers gave it a 90, so outstanding. It is 10.7% ABV, seriously? Wow. And I think I had 3 of those at Redlight Redlight that night. But actually, I'm looking here. I don't see it on the bottle. Well, bear with me. It must say it on the bottle. And there it is, 10.3%. 10.3% in this bottle. Here it was 10.7 at the time. 10.3, 10.7, who's counting? All right, let's go back to Rate Beer and just read a little commercial description here. It says 10.8% here, 110 IBUs. It says Terrapin Side Project 12 is none other than the fearless Hopzilla double IPA. This hoptastic creature clocks in at 110 IBUs and has all the hop explosions of a B-rated monster movie. Made with 100% Maris Otter malt to back up the barrage of hop bitterness, flavor, and aroma, this beast knows no boundaries. With all this hoppy goodness packed into one beer, we wouldn't have called it by any other name. So that's the commercial description. Let's break it open. I just want to see if in the bottle, and after a little over a month here, if it's still as good to me as it was that night, because it was amazing. Neat thing was, when I was there at Redlight Redlight having this on tap, they found out it was my 60th birthday the day before, and they said, what do you want? And I said, another one of these, and they brought it over, no charge, so that was cool. All right, it's clear-ish. I can see it's clear down here in the bottom, but there's a lot of bubbles coming up, a lot of carbonation. But it's a tiny bit cloudy, so it may not be filtered. I'm not sure. I don't know the details of the side project, but I'm going to get the close-up cam going here so we can get a close look at that head. It's a mixture of size bubbles, but mostly dense. And a decent 2.5 finger head there, or thereabouts. I can smell it from here. Oh, let me smell. Immediate blend of sweet citrus, melon, like honeydew melon, pineapple, apple, but orange, definitely orange in there. So you get all kinds of fruit smells, and it's a sweet fruit smell. And you can also smell the malt. So that's what Maris Otter malt smells like, because I can definitely smell that malt backbone, and I really like that. So when I actually start getting into home brewing, which I promised my wife 1.5 years ago that I wouldn't do until we moved, not realizing it was going to take 1.5 years to sell the house. But anyway, I'm really anxious to get started, and maybe one of the first things I do, I really want to focus on IPAs and double IPAs. Big surprise. This would be an aroma I would go after. That is nice. It's that combination. I even get some lemon and orange on top of all the other fruit aromas, but there's that malty bread smell coming up underneath, and it's a really nice one. All right, let's give it a taste. Good grief, that is so dense with flavors. First of all, dense. It is a heavier than usual mouthfeel. It's not dry. It's definitely not dry. But it's not sugary sweet. But it's, it is. It's letting you know that there's some residual sugar there. And at 10.3%, the alcohol isn't warming or burning. It's well disguised. But a heavy mouthfeel with some definite sweetness. I'm tasting some of that citrus. I'm tasting that toast. Well, I shouldn't call it toast. It's a bread, malty bread taste underneath there. The bitterness, the 110 IBUs, they're not. It's not teeth sucking, puckering type of a bitterness, and that's probably because of two things. One is the high alcohol content. As I've mentioned many times before, the higher the alcohol content, the more it mutes the perceived bitterness. Also, the fact that you've got such a bold, heavy mouthfeel of malt and sweetness, actual sugary sweetness there too, that helps to balance out the hot bitterness. So those 110 IBUs are very tamed here. Not that there's not hot bitterness. It's there, but it's so balanced. This is really good. And that was only after 1 or 2 sips. So another sip. That is captivating. I mean, there's so much going on there. I mean, I've described a bunch of it, but there's more that I'm probably not able to describe. But it feels good. It tastes good. It smells good. It sounds good. So anyway, and of course it looks good. I highly, highly, highly recommend this. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, obviously. Terrapin, Hopzilla, side project, 12, I guess they called it, from Terrapin. It's double IPA. That's the beer. Get it. This is Fred, FR5ED, over and out.